I don't know, being not religious, I never ever thought about it, ever. You just kind of like, you just kind of like live. You don't really think. Not really like, you don't really sort it out in your head like, what's up? You don't really go there. You just kind of like, you breathe and you live and you do what you're told to do, because that's what the world is. The world throws at us a lot of ideas, a lot of concepts about how we should be doing things and how we should be living our life, and we kind of just like buy into it and we do it. And what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, and what's cool and what's not cool, and what's hot and what's not hot, and all these things. And we just kind of like from a very young age sit in front of that screen and just take it in and just soak it up and just get brainwashed, basically. And to think that when we get older, we think we have our own minds and we have our own thoughts, but our thoughts and our minds are very much what? Products of what we were exposed to as children. So basically I had a lot of questions, and I came home, I was 11 years old, came home and I asked my parents, like, what's up? Why are you alive? Why are you here? Go through the whole, Jewish psychobabble, basically. And they'd say, what? Go away, basically. At first they would give me like this whole, because to make money and to give you and to support you and to raise you. I'm like, yeah, what? Okay, so forget your kids, but why are you alive? Aside from the fact that you had kids, what else? What's your purpose? All these words hurt their brains. Purpose, goal, life, like what? Just go watch TV like a normal 11-year-old. Just leave, just go. And basically that's how the whole thing started. That's how the whole thing's spun. The end. Now we're going to start our shir for the night. Shir for this evening is Bez Hashem, this should be for Refuah Shalema for Rafal Elisha Meir ben Devorah. If you haven't signed the petition yet, please sign the petition. Okay, I'm sure, everyone knows about it. If you don't know about it, tell me. I'll tell you what it's about. Okay, so there's, yes.
They got 100,000?
No, not yet. They're short, like, I think 15 or 14,000. 10 today?
Yeah.
Great, Baruch Hashem. Good. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing tonight. Tonight, I've been thinking a lot. I had a whole life in Israel. I lived in a beautiful apartment in Yerushalayim. My husband had a very nice job in a good yeshiva in the old city. I was teaching in a nice seminary, Ber Miriam, in Har Nof. I had friends. I've been there for 10 years. I'm Israeli, so I know the language. I get the mentality. I'm in it. I love it. I push when I go on the buses. I do the whole thing. I get it. I fight over, give me a hanacha. I want a shekel off. I do it. I'm in it. And there's no problem. And one morning, it wasn't really one morning. It was more like over a long period of time, I decided that something about me decided. It wasn't really I came to terms with, I understood this in my head. Something about me decided inside my neshama, and I believe it was a neshama thing, that I got to get out. I got to get out, and I got to go to the heart of Brooklyn, the heart of America, wherever it is, because I have to do something else with my life. Because I feel very, very much that I'm on a timer. I really feel it very, very much. That I'm on a timer, and we all are. I'm on a timer. From the second I was born, God gave me my neshama, and He said, Devorah, get ready, get set, go! And time starts ticking. That's it. And I felt it very, very much. I was living the life. I was really living the life. Beautiful house, tons of guests, whatever, kids, friends, the whole thing, and yet I wasn't living my life. I wasn't doing enough. And for the whole world to look on the outside, for anyone that looked at me from the outside said, wow. I've had people say, what, you're leaving? We're so jealous of your life here. I have a job, and I have students, and I have friends, and I have a husband and kids, and a nice house, and a million guests, and a billion things. I live 20-minute walk from the Kotel. But I understood, I felt, it wasn't an understanding, it was a strong feeling that there's so much to do on this planet, and if I don't get moving, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the boat. I'm going to miss my boat. And then when I'm 55, 65, whatever, I'm going to look back and say, was it worth it? What I did, was it worth it? Was it enough? Did I contribute enough? Did I do enough? Was I enough? Was my life enough? Was it enough? Because I get a one-time shot, me in this body, me, Devorah. I get a one-time shot at this game. Is it enough? Am I doing enough for myself, for my spirituality, for my children, for my family, for my extended family, for the Jewish nation? Am I enough? Am I enough? Is my life, what I do when I wake up in the morning, enough? And the answer was no, 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 no. Everywhere I went, the answer was no. And everyone around me was, you're doing enough, Devorah. You're doing a lot. But I knew that that wasn't enough for me because I could do so much more. And we have no idea who we are. As much as I think I know myself, I know this much about myself. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about self-definition, which means a lot. What does that mean? It means once I know who I am, and what I am, and what's up inside of me, and what I can contribute to this world, to my life, to the people around me, to God, to humanity, to everything. Once I get it, my life becomes a lot more focused. I can't just live. We can't just live. It can't be. Because if I just get up in the morning, go to school, go to work, come home, I made some money, I had some food along the way, I had a conversation here and there, I went online, I did a chesed here or there, whatever, and that's it. That's my life for an extended period of time. It's not okay. It can't be enough. You know why? Because this is why. I'm talking to you, and you people are frum, thank God. You shomer Torah mitzvos, you keep Shabbos, you keep kosher, I hope. Please God. Let's say, okay, we're all there. So basically, who I'm talking to, you people are the cream of the crop of humanity. The cream of the crop of humanity. Because we, the Jewish people, are the chosen people. Hashem said, you guys are my messengers, you guys are my shlichim, you guys are my people. You take the Torah, take the torch, and run with it. Go light up the world. Go make a huge difference on this planet. Go, be a light. Be a fire onto the whole world. Be something that no one else is. Be that. Go, you're my people. And we're a speck on the map. The Jewish people, the Jewish nation is a speck on the map. And within the Jewish nation, how many people know that they're Jewish? Know that they're Jewish. You know how many people are walking this planet not knowing that they're even Jewish? Having no clue that they're Jewish. How many Russians don't know that they're Jewish?
Well, they know they're Jewish.
A lot of Russians don't know that they're Jewish. A lot of Russians, when I was in Russia, I met a lot of people that said to me, my parents did not know that they were Jewish till I was 14 years old. Her parents did not know that she was Jewish. A few people I know that said that to me. They didn't know. They spent so many years in hiding, so many years in whatever, that it got to a point where they didn't know. People were marrying non-Jews all over the place. They didn't know until they had to trace it back, until they realized that, yeah, hey, we're Jews. So many people are walking the planet today that have no clue that they're Jewish. So I'm talking about the Jewish nation, but within the Jewish nation, I'm talking about the people that actually know that they're Jewish. So the people that actually know that they're Jewish, how many of them care that they're Jewish? And then the ones that care that they're Jewish, how many of them think that they're doing the right thing and they're really doing the wrong thing? How many reform and conservative and reconstructionists are walking the planet? How many people are spreading lies? How many people are not spreading God's truth, are not running around with this torch saying, this is God's truth, this is God's Torah. Hey guys, what's up? Here's the truth. So most of the Jewish people are not there. So I'm talking to you, and you people are in. You're in the game. You're the ones in the game. So you're the cream of the crop. So I'm allowing myself to just give it to you, basically. That's what I'm doing. I'm allowing myself because you guys are the ones in the race. You're sitting here covering your knees. You're sitting here covering your hair, for those of you who are married. You're sitting here caring by the fact that you're actually here and not anywhere else, coming out at night to hear Torah. But the fact that you're here, you're the ones that care. You're the ones that Hashem is talking to. We're the ones that God's talking to. When Hashem says, Am Nivchar, you are my people, you're the ones that I'm giving this over to. You have the truth, you go out, you make a difference, you change the world. You're the ones that He's talking to. Not the reform and the conservatives and the people that are making it all about their ego and trying to make money off of religion, like the Kabbalah Center for Esther, Madonna, whatever her last name is, Schwartz, let's say. Not for those people, not for the people that are trying to make a buck, for the people that are in it for the real deal. People are in it for the truth, and that's you. That's us. So let's get down to the truth. What we're talking about today is defining ourselves, and that is so important. Imagine you're going on a diet. Tomorrow I'm starting a diet. Tomorrow I'm starting a diet. If I wake up in the morning and say to myself, today I'm starting my diet, and have zero clue as to what I'm doing, what my diet is, then it's just within a few minutes that I mess up. Within a few seconds, I mess up because I have no idea what this diet is. The diet could be eat a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs. That's my diet. Could be my diet. Or eat a lot of fried foods and totally pound cheesecake and chocolate cake. That could be my diet. I have no idea. If I'm not clear as to what my goal is, as to, my goal is not weight gain, my goal is weight loss, then I know that these things I should stay away from in order for me to get to my goal. And these things I should go towards in order for me to get to my goal. If I'm not clear, if I don't have definition, if I don't have boundaries, borders on what I'm doing, then I can't get to where I'm going to. As much as I want to lose weight, as much as my heart and my mind and everything about me desires to be a size 6, 4, 2, whatever it is, if I don't have focus, if I'm not clear, if it's not in a box for me, if there are no rules in my head telling me this is what you're doing, this is not what you're doing, you're going to do this, you're not going to do this. If I'm not clear about what's up, I can have all the right intentions in the world. I'm not getting there. I'm not getting there. So I feel like this shiur should be shiur number 1 for everyone, always. Always, all the time. And it's based on Derech Hashem, what I'm teaching you tonight. He talks about Adam and Chet Adam Rishon. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just kind of like going to get to the meat and potatoes of it all. But basically, that's the idea. The idea is if I'm not defined in myself and in where I'm going in this short time that I have on this planet, should be 120, but whatever, we all know the truth. It ain't happening. No 120, it's not happening. So we all know the truth, it's not happening. It's a good bracha, it's a nice thing to say, but it's not happening. If somebody lives to 110, there's like reporters outside their house, it's unheard of. So let's get real. Rebbetzin Heller said before Adam sinned, this is very cool. I've been thinking about this a lot. She said before Adam sinned, it was very clear to him, body, soul. Body says, I want chocolate. Soul says, let's just say for whatever. Soul says, I want more. I have a goal. What's the goal? I want to lose weight. So I know that my body says, I want chocolate. My soul says, I want to be thin. It's very clear. It's very black and white. This is before the sin. After the sin, it turned into this like confusion of gray mush, which was like, I can eat the chocolate and stay thin. And that's the situation we're in today. We're in a situation where I can become close to God, can become the most spiritual being I can become on this planet with the amount of time that I have, and continue living my life the way I'm living it today. There's like a fantasy that we live in, that time will never go away. We will always be here. I will always be on this planet. I have a long time. Look, I'm young, no wrinkles yet, right? Thank you, I see louder. And I'm good. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm frum. Look, I'm wearing a wig. It's moving. And I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm keeping Shabbos. I eat gefilte fish. I'm set. Okay? Sorry, you don't, so I don't know where you're going, but I do. She's farty. So am I, by the way. But okay. Anyway, that's basically the concept. The concept is I could eat the chocolate and stay thin. That's what happened after Adam Rishon. It wasn't truth and non-truth. It's like, yeah, it's all good. It's all going to be good. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't be fanatic. Don't be intense. Don't be crazy. But that's the idea. If I'm not fanatic, intense, and crazy about my weight loss, about getting to where I want to go, about my goals in life, then I'm not going to get there. So if I care so much about my goals, I'm going to be crazy and fanatic about my goal. I'm going to be crazy and fanatic about my process. But if I don't care so much about my goals, then my goals are constantly going to shift. They're not really goals of mine. They're not where I want to be in my life and the person I want to become, because that's what my life is about. It's kind of like, if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, oh, shucks. Oh, well. Nice try. Anyway. If I'm not clear about where it is, my direction, where it is that I want to go and what I want to become when I am 60, when I'm 50, if I'm not clear what it is that I want to be, then I will not be that when I'm there. It will not happen. Things like that don't happen by default. People don't become amazing by default. People don't leave a mark, a dent on this planet. They don't make a dent on this world by default. It doesn't just happen. I can't just wake up in the morning, have a bunch of guests, have a beautiful apartment, have a cute husband, have some cute kids, serve some people, go to work, come back, buy some clothes, go online, go to the bathroom, go to coffee with my friends, go to hear a nice cheer in the background, and then amazing things will happen to me. Amazing things don't just happen. You either choose to become amazing and choose to make an amazing impact on this world, and that can happen very much, and that's expected of each one of us very much, because we're the chosen people and because we're actually here, us, the ones that came out, the ones that care, the ones that want Hashem, and the ones that want to become close to Him, and the ones that want real spirituality. We're the ones that are specifically affected. We're the ones that specifically are expected. Hashem's talking to me. In the Torah, God's talking to me. He's not talking to all those people that don't care. Care less about anything Torah and Jewish. That care less. He's talking to me. He's talking to you. He's talking to us. The few people walking the planet that actually want to hear. Okay, let's hear. So that's the idea. The idea is definition. Definition, definition. Definition is what I want to be, who I am, where I'm going. How do I get there? Step one. That's step one. And that's why I moved to America. I moved to America because all was good and well, but I felt like in America, and that's why I'm recording myself tonight, even though it feels very awkward for me, because if this is the way, this and you and everything is the way for me to help the Jewish people, to spread Hashem's Torah, to help myself by teaching myself at home, and by going to Sharm and learning, and by asking teachers, and by becoming more, if this is the way, that's what I'm going to do. If that's what it requires, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live in my mother's tiny little house in Star City with my 2 kids and my husband until we find an apartment, and have nothing and have no one, not a beautiful apartment in Yerushalayim and a million guests and a million friends, and have nothing and no one until I make it very clear to God that these are my intentions and this is what I want to do. I want more. It's not enough. I'm not doing enough, and in order for me to become the person that I want and you want me to be when I'm that age, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm giving up. This is my sacrifice. This is where I am. This is what I'm doing. Anyone that I tell that I moved here from Yerushalayim is like, you okay? Feeling okay? What? Everyone. And I'm proud to say, yes, I'm fine. I'm great. Because I have a goal, and that's what I want to do. I have a goal, and the goal is to help Klal Yisrael, to inspire Klal Yisrael. You know why? Because the world outside is one big, stupid Christmas tree. That's what it is. It's a stupid Christmas tree. That's what's going on. People get excited by the lights. People get excited by the glare. People get excited by the glamour. People get excited by the fake. I was in the mall the other day, and I saw Santa Claus. Hey guys, Santa Claus. He was sitting and he looked depressed. He looked like he was like hiding some Jack underneath his sleeve and like drinking. Literally, I'm serious. He was maybe 80. He was sitting there and he was like taking children on his lap. And I was walking by him, and a thought just occurred to me. People were waiting online to sit on his lap, and a thought occurred to me. The whole thing is based on sheker. They know it. The adults know that there's no such thing as Santa Claus. They know that there's no such thing as Santa Claus. They made the whole thing up. The whole thing is made up. I put on my Facebook, if you're friends with me on Facebook, yes, I have Facebook, and it's okay. I have no boys friends on my Facebook, and I only do it for this purpose. I put on my Facebook Rabbi Kalman's speech on Christmas. You have to listen to it. Or go online and search for it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The whole thing is one big lie. Yeah? And they know it. They know it. The whole thing is, it's clear to them that they're celebrating nothing. There's nothing. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Why did I say this? Why was I getting to this? Right, because this is what I was talking about. The idea is that I feel like we're being sold on such lies that we're watching, whatever, we watch movies and it goes into our heads. Their concepts, their thoughts go into our head that this is what love is supposed to look like, this is what marriage is supposed to look like, this is what friendship is supposed to look like, this is what your body's supposed to look like, this is what your relationship with your mother, with your aunt, with your sister, with your brother, whatever. They dictate what it's supposed to look like. And then we get influenced because that's what happens. The Torah says, your eye, whatever your eye sees, your heart wants. Because you see things. Seeing things is very, 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 very big. It has a big impact. So we see things, we see things, we see things, we see things. You go to Manhattan, you come out the subway, you step outside and you're like, wow. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know if it hits you anymore, but it hits me so much. I remember right when I came back from Israel from seminary, 11 years ago, I went with my friends to the city and we were going shopping and we decided to be Shomer Einayim. We decided just not to look up the entire time at the billboards. Because I knew that the second I looked up at that Victoria's Secret billboard, my whole self-esteem would like become this big. But not consciously, it would just become big. I would go home eventually and I would look myself in the mirror and I'd be like, oh. And then my focus would be on my 5 pounds here and my 2 pounds there and my this and that's where my focus would be. And it would shift my focus from where my focus should be. It's important to be healthy, it's important to be thin, it's important to feel good about yourself, but it's not the world. And the world makes it the world. And Botox is the world. And money is the world. And status is the world. Being successful is the world. That's the world. That's everything. You did it, you're good. You're good. And then you have people that hit the top, reach the top, all these celebrities and whatever, that they climb all the way to the top and they get everything that they want and they get to the top and they get all the fame, all the publicity, all the whatever. They get there and then what happened to them? They crumble because they're 25 years old and they have everything that the world is telling them that they should have and they should be. And then they realize, this feels awful. This is it? This is what life's about? All right, where's the nearest drug dealer? Because that's the only way to get past the feelings of emptiness. And that's what's happening. In a nutshell, that's what's happening. So the reason that I feel like it's really, really important, and I'm going to get to this in a minute. The reason that I feel like it's very, very important to discuss this, aside from what I've already said, is because the whole world is selling us very, very much on lies that are so appealing. And I came back to America and I realized that, wow, people are buying into this. Jewish people are not covering their knees anymore. Unbelievable. It's insane. Well, when I left 10 years ago, people were nuts. Jewish people are not excited to keep Shabbos anymore. There's no like, yes, Shabbos is coming, Baruch Hashem. Shabbos, how can I make it the most amazing experience of my life? This Shabbos, this week. How can I get close to God every day? How can I make my tefillah a little bit more meaningful? How can I feel Him more in my life? How can I bring Him more into my existence? How can I bring Him more into the world? How can I make a Kiddush Hashem today? People are not there. People are not there. The people that I've seen are very, very, very separated from that. People are buying into the lies that the Goyim are selling us all over the place. Of you want to be happy, this is what you have to have. You want to be successful, this is the list. And it's so off. Because let's say you have a lady that's what she does her entire life. She works really hard, and when this starts looking retarded, can you tell me? Great. Does it look retarded yet? No. What? What's that?
So the billboard or what?
No, I just, it's the camera. So otherwise I'm just like, yeah, who cares? It's a shaitel, so it's fine. I could. I lost. What was I saying before? What's that? Anyone?
No, about women as experience. People don't look forward.
Oh, right. A woman. Great. Good. Thank you. Sure enough. So a woman that gets there, a woman that gets to the age of 60, and her goals in life was to make it big, to make it big, to live the American dream. And she gets there when she's 60. And she has all this stuff around her. Rebbe Heller says amazing stuff. Rebbe Heller says, she says the thing with materialism is that you can be in a beautiful house, but the beauty can surround you, but you can't become it. You can see beautiful things, but you won't be that. You can have a lot of really nice clothes, but those won't be you. You are still you. You can surround yourself with a lot of pleasure and a lot of beauty and a lot of materialism, but you are still you. Those things can never become you. You can never become those things. So in other words, people are on this trip. People are on this trip to become this, to become happy. And the only way for people to become happy, they think, is to be more pretty, to be prettier. My mother is 60-something years old, but she live and be well till 120. But she's still like, I gotta do Botox, Botox. I'm like, why? Why do you have to do Botox for? Cause. Why should I? I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. I'm like, Ima, it's over, you were 30, and now you're, thank God, you have grandchildren, a lot of them, and now you're you. Now you're you in this part of your life. Why do you have to be? Because there's this worship of being beautiful and young and successful and being rich and being famous. That's the worship. That's the worship. That's the dream. Because why? Because those things will make me happy. If I get Botox, if I lose 10 pounds, if I go out with that guy, if I marry that guy, if I get that job, if I get that car, that house, that lottery, then I'll be happy. If then, happiness does not come from things. Think about your favorite food. This is what Rebbe Heller says. Think about your favorite foods. Close your eyes. Think about the most favorite food you have. 5 seconds. Ready? Think. Okay. You have it? You have your favorite food? Now you go home right after the shiur, and that is waiting for you. That most favorite food. Rebbe Heller says, best fried chicken, but not too crunchy and not too, she has this whole thing that she goes on and on about how it has to be perfect. And she goes home and it's waiting for her, and it's ready. What happens? Is she happy? Is she happy? Are you happy to see that pizza, whatever, that cheesecake or whatever it is? Yes, I would be very happy. So you sit down and you do it. How long does the happiness last for? As long as the chicken lasts for. As long as the piece of chicken lasts for, that's how long the happiness lasts for. And that is pleasure. That is what pleasure is. Pleasure in this world is very, very fleeting. So you get ready for a party, and you get all dressed up, and everyone's planning, and everyone's on the phone, and everyone's, meet you there, and you go to the party, and you have a great time at the party. And you do some things, and you don't do some things, and you make some bad choices, and and you spoke some Lashon Hara, and you drank some things you shouldn't have drank, and maybe you did something you shouldn't have done, and then you came home. But overall, you had a really, really nice night. And then you came home. Party's over. Party's over. Pleasure's over. Pleasure's over. Trip is over. Trip's over. So basically, pleasures in this world lasts as long as they last for. That's as long as they last for the amount of time that you're experiencing them, and then it's over. I know women that plan their children's weddings for months. For months, they plan their children's weddings. And then the wedding comes, and the wedding goes in 5 seconds, and it's over. And they're like, what? And it's almost like it hurts. It's painful because it's like, I can't. I put so much work into details, into everything, and it's over? Yes, because that's how long it lasts for. Because that's how long you get to enjoy it, for the amount of time that it's here. And then it's gone. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on in this world. Rebbe Heller says, and I love that she says this because it's so real, that people today, the epidemic today is depression. That's what's going on. Depression. Why is it depression? Because, so from a very young age, you're telling me that if I'm skinny, pretty, famous, successful, rich, all those things, then I'll be happy. Okay, so I'll make my life's goal about being that thing. I'll make my life's goal about being skinny, pretty, rich, successful, degree, a million and one things. All the things that you tell me that I need to have in order to become really, really happy. And then I go for it, and I run the race. I run the rat race of life, and I go for it and I become this person, right? That's this person. And then what happens? And then I'm not happy. I get into the best school. I go out with the nicest, cutest guy. I'm married to this amazing whatever guy, okay? And I did all the things that I thought were going to make me happy, and then I'm not there. I'm not happy. I wake up in the morning, and I should be happy because it seems like life is going where it should be, and it's right, and I'm not happy. And that is the world today, Jewish, non-Jewish. People are not happy. People are depressed everywhere. People are depressed everywhere. People are doing a lot of bad things today because people are unhappy, because we're sold this lie that if you want to be happy, these are the things you've got to do. And if you do these things, then you'll be happy. And people are not happy. Wherever they go, people are not happy. Why? Because Rabbi Tzon Heller says this. That Derech Hashem says this. What is the reason? Because those things don't make you. They don't make you. And if you are you, and those things are not making you, these things are merely outside of you, no matter how many times you consume these things, eat these things, listen to these things, sit in this beautiful house, drive this beautiful car, hang out with this gorgeous guy, no matter how many times you're in that experience, it's not you. And people want to be happy, and happiness only comes from me becoming me. Happiness only comes from me becoming me. And I am not me unless I become. In other words, I have to be actively rolling up my sleeves and getting in there, getting down and dirty, and getting in the process of becoming me. And that's why people are so miserable today, because no one's becoming themselves. People are acquiring things. People are acquiring degrees, friends, bodies, thinner bodies, fatter bodies, thinner bodies, fatter bodies, thinner bodies, fatter bodies. People are acquiring things, cars, homes, money, status. People are just acquiring things, bringing them as close as possible to themselves, and yet it's not going in. It's not going in. It's not going to become a part of me. This is not going to make me. It's merely I'm in this. This is not in me. This is not me. This beauty is still outside of me. This pleasure is outside of me. This will not make me happy, because the only thing that can make me happy on this planet is becoming me. Now let's take this a step further. All right. Yes, of course. What's her name? Ve'ilur Nishmas? Okay. All right. I'm going to draw this for you, okay? Watch me. Baby's born. You're born. Mazel tov. You come into this world, and this is what happens. Technically, this is what happens, okay? Here's my person. All right. Don't make fun. Just bear with me here. I'm doing this backwards. Okay. Here's my person. Okay? This is my person. Person on this planet. Now I want to stress this, because there's only, and I say this every single class I give, there is only one you. There will never be another you. Ever was, ever will be, ever now in existence. There will never be another you with everything that you are in your life, in your circumstances. Everything that you are is very, very unique and purposeful. It's not like by accident you're here. By accident you're alive. It's specific that your family, if your whatever, your grandmother, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-grandmother went through the Holocaust and they specifically survived, you were specifically intentionally here. You're intentionally here. So you're here on this planet. All right? You're here. You're born. This is how we're born. This is how it works. This is how it is. Down the middle, 50-50. All right? 50-50. We have something called nefesh behemit. I taught this a little bit last week. I'm going to expand on it this week. And nefesh elokit. We have two parts of us that are very, very real. We have body, soul. Body is called nefesh behemit in Torah terms. Nefesh behemit is the nefesh, the part of us that is like an animal, which means not necessarily negative, but which means the part of us that is here to survive. Survival instincts. Eat, sleep, reproduce, pleasure, to be liked, to be followed, to be admired, to be all these things, okay? That is very, very much nefesh behemis. That's very much the I, the me, the thing that gives me pleasure, okay, on this planet. This nefesh behemis is out to get pleasure. It's out to feel good. Whatever makes this part of me feel good, that's where I am. Think about it. What's the struggle with the cheesecake? You know what I'm saying? What's the struggle? What's the struggle? I know if I eat it, I gain another 600 calories, whatever, 800 calories. I know that I want to lose weight, and it's really important for me to lose weight. I'm just going to keep bringing this up because we're women, and so it works. Anyway, it's important for me to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I want to be that person. So what's the struggle? What's the struggle? The nefesh behemis wants pleasure, wants instant gratification. And the cheesecake offers it to the nefesh behemis. The cheesecake offers it to the nefesh behemis. It says, here, I taste good, I'm yummy, it feels good to eat me, it's comforting, it's whatever. There's a lot of aspects to it. It's not just fat, no fat, calories, no calories. There's a lot of aspects to it. There's a lot of psychological aspects to it as well. And the nefesh behemis gets tempted, gets lured in. All right? That's what happens. The nefesh behemis is very, very much about pleasures. Very, very much about enjoying. Very, very much about, it's the part of us, the part of the body part of us that's kind of like, you know, lazy and wants to eat and wants to sleep and wants to whatever, wants to have fun, and even if it's wrong, that whole part of us. And it's important. Keep in mind, if it's important. If we wouldn't have it, I don't know if we would eat. I don't know, maybe our nefesh elokit would tell us to, like, you know, maybe you should get some nutrients in so you can continue surviving. But if we wouldn't have it, we wouldn't survive. So it's very, very important. But it's also a very, very, very big aspect of who we are. Let me get a little bit deeper here. Nefesh elokit is the part of us that wants connection to others, relationships. The part of us that wants more out of life. The part of us that it's not, my life is not enough. I want more. That's the nefesh elokit. That's the soul part of me. I want more, craving for more. That's the soul part of me. The nefesh elokit is the part of me that wants holiness, kedusha, connection to God, connection to something outside of me. Yeah, we're here, we're understanding. The nefesh elokit is the part of me that wants to give unconditionally, without taking for myself. Wants to be a giver, wants to do chesed, wants to take care of others. That's a nefesh elokit. Okay, clear? Yeah? Okay, so here's what's going on. Down the middle, two things are going on. Constantly, all the time, every single second of every single day, this is where we are. We are somewhere either here or here or here, at any given moment. What happens to me is this. What I was yesterday, I'm not today. And what I am today, I will not be tomorrow. Based on what? Based on my choices. And this is where we're going with the whole self-definition thing. The whole self-definition is like this. When I am clear as to the person I want to be, when I'm 55, 65, 75, I know the kind of person I want to be. I want to have achieved and accomplished X, Y, Z. I want to meet a big difference in the world, in my family, in my children, in myself, in Klal Yisrael, whatever it is. I want to leave this world knowing that I did good. I pushed myself. I cared. I ran on the treadmill of life, sweating all along the way. I didn't take a break. I didn't come up for air because I know where I want to be when I'm there. And I know that I don't have so much time. I don't have so much time. It's not so long. I'm 30 today. When I'm 70 in 50 years, I don't know if I'm going to have so much time to, so much effort to stand here and scream at you. I don't think I will. I mean, I hope, but I don't know if anyone's going to listen to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. So I have about 50 years, give or take, a few pregnancies along the way, not really in the right state of mind and whatever it is. Other things happen. So whatever. Let's say I have 40 years, 35 years to make a huge difference. That's, let's say, I'm good. Things are good. Things are awesome. Things are going. 35 years. I'm alive for 30. That's insane. 35. That means that I have a lot to do in a short amount of time. So this is where I'm going with this. I am here at any given moment. When I choose right now when I make a decision right now to whatever it is, I'm I'm thinking things that I shouldn't be saying. But other things, hold on 1 second. I choose right now to stay at home and not come out to the shiur. I choose to watch a movie and not come out to the shiur. So what happens to me? It's not like the worst Devorah in the world. It's not even a Devorah. But what happens to me? Either side gets stronger. Imagine going to the gym. All right, imagine going to the gym and lifting weights. I'm lifting weights, I'm working my biceps, I want to get strong, I want to get lean. That's what I'm doing, okay? I'm in the gym. I'm lifting my weights, okay? And I decide that today, I'm only lifting weights on my right arm. Lifting my weights on my right arm. The next day, I'm only lifting weights on my right arm. The next day, only on my right arm. It's easier for me on my right arm. My right arm, my right arm, my right arm, my right leg, my right leg, my right leg. After 3 months, what happens to my body? I'm retarded. Basically, what happens to my body? My body looks not proportional. Things are wrong. Things are off. I'm like huge and tiny, right? Because what happens? The more I work one side without working the other, the stronger that side is going to get. That's just the way things are. That's just the way it works. It's 1 + 1. The more body I give into, in other words, even if things are for free, on sale, nothing, you can take them home for free. The more body I feed, the more body I become. You understand? The more biceps I feed in terms of lifting the weights, the more biceps I become. In other words, the more I give into materialism, pleasures, nefesh behemoths, doing things because they're easy and because they're comfortable, even if they're not so right, even if they're not whatever, the less I am challenging myself, the less I push myself to be more, to do more, to sweat more, the more that thing I will become. So we are constantly in this tennis court of the ball is coming back and forth. In other words, if I am playing the game, if I am in the game, then I have to know that my choices every single day, my choices of every single day impact who I will be when I get there. In other words, my everyday choices, every single time I choose, shiur, not shiur, say a bracha, forgot to say a bracha, should I say bracha acharona, bite my nail on Shabbos, not bite my nail on Shabbos, say lashon hara, not say lashon hara, turn on the light by accident, whatever, shomer negiah, not shomer negiah, whatever it is, whatever my decision is at the moment, I have to know that I'm in the court right now, and I'm making the decision, who's going to get the ball, this side or that side? Who's going to get the point? This side or that side? I have to know that that's how it works. That's the struggle. That's what's going on. You are your choices. Who you will become is your choices. You will not become your fancy couch. You will not become your beautiful house. You will not become your stunning husband, friend, cheesecake. You will not become these things as pleasurable as they may be. Those things will not become you. Therefore, people are so unhappy, even though they have all the things in the world. They're not happy, and they turn to drugs, they turn to other things, they turn to bad things. Because happiness doesn't come from the things we own. Happiness comes from the things we become. Happiness comes from the things we do. Happiness comes from our choices. If I make the choice every day to become more this and less this, I will be more this and less this when I get there. If every day I am not challenging myself and overcoming the challenges, I don't want to daven today, dear God. I do not want to open the siddur and daven. Not shacharis, not mincha, never thought about Ma'ariv, ever. Don't want to. And I rip myself out of bed and I open the siddur and I do the tefillah and I ask Hashem, make me want you. I want to want you. And I'm in the game and I'm real about what I want, even though it's hard for me. What I've done right now is I gave the point to the Nefesh Elokis. That's what I've become. Today I became more Elokim. Today I became more godlike. Today the part of me that's godly became godlier. And the part of me that's physical became less physical, became less behema. And then what happens? And then I become sensitive. And then when I see things that are not godly, like billboards, and it really hurts my core, it really ouches me, I know that what's happening inside, I know I'm getting somewhere. When you're in the gym for a year, and you still weigh the same and look the same, you're not in the gym. You may be in the gym, but you're not in the gym. You may be wearing the skirt, you may be keeping Shabbos, you may be eating kosher. But if you're the same, and it's the same, you're not in the game. You're not working it. The only way to get results, the only way to become something, the only way to have a focus in life and to get to where you want to get to, and to get to your goals, to get to that amazing person you want to become by the time you leave this world, the only way is to get in the game. And to get in the game means, especially when it's hard, when I don't want to, when I want to bite my nail, when I want to say that piece of Lashon Hara, when I want to close the door in my mother's face, when I want to whatever it is that I want to do, and I don't want to be Shomer Negiah, when I don't want to cover my knees, and I don't want to care, and I don't want to daven, and I don't want to do things, when I'm in the game and forcing myself to be soul over body, when I'm constantly making the decision for soul over body, I become soul. I become neshama. I become nefesh elokit. That's what happens to me. I become more of that and less that. That's why it's amazing. My principal in high school said, she said, if they woke you up in the middle of the night and they told you there's a sale in Zara, everything is free, would you go? And everybody said, maybe. Because I was in an amazing class. I was in an amazing, amazing class in high school. Why maybe? Because even if everything is for free, the more acquisitions I have, the more I take, the more I need, the more for my body, for my nefesh behemoth, because even if I don't need it, I am becoming more that than that. It's not even about the money. It's about the choice. It's who I choose to become. More this or more that. It's about my choice. It's about the system of choosing here. My principal in seminary said, Rabbi Grunwald said, he said, you are what you choose. You're not where you live, you're not your body, you're not your hair, you're not your friends, you're not your husband, you're not the seminary you went to, you're not your shul, you're not any of that. What you are is the choices you make today. Godly, not godly. Guf over neshama. Body over soul. Soul over body. That is me. That is what defines me. Let me just finish with this. Okay, I'm going to take you here, okay? All right, here's our body, soul, nefesh behemoth, nefesh elokit. Both things need. Both things are very real, needy things. My neshama needs connection. I need to be in a good marriage. I need to have a good relationship with my husband. I need to have to be a real person. I need to have real friendships. I need to give to Klal Yisrael. I need it. I need you as much as you need me. I need you. I need it. That's what neshama needs. Neshama needs these things. Guf, I need the things that I need. Eat, sleep, whatever it is. Whatever pleasure it may be. These things are real needs. And I'm here. And I'm here. And I have to know this. This is what I gotta know. The world puts all of its focus on the body. Here's the body needs. Half of us. That's what the world puts all of its focus on. You have to be successful, pretty, skinny, That's what the world puts the focus on. That's all the world sees. That's Christmas. It doesn't mean, who cares if it's not truth? Who cares if it's not real? It never existed. Who cares? Let's just say it did anyway. Who cares? Who cares if it's not MS? Who cares? And all the Jewish people, I mean a lot of Jewish people, even frum people, get excited by the lights. Get excited by these trees. Get excited by this thing that represents exact opposite of who I am and what my life is about. My life is about truth, emes, making it right, getting it right this time. Bringing God into the world, becoming a light onto the nations. That's what my life is about. It's not about, ooh, glamour, glitter, so pretty, wow, pleasures, wow, it's so cute, whoa. That's not what it's about for me. I'm a Jew, and a Jew means I am on fire. I have to make a difference. I have to be different. Rabbi Haller says that the Derech Hashem, he writes, the Ramchal writes, he says that the person, yesterday they found a bomb on a bus in Bat Yam in Israel. And thank God someone noticed it, and the bus driver got everyone off the bus, and no one got hurt, and everything was fine. You think these things that just happen, they're fluke accidents? Some amazing bunch of Jews yesterday or the day before did some amazing acts of Nefesh Elokim. Nefesh Elokim did some amazing things that they struggled and they did some amazing good stuff on this planet, and it made the world into a more Zakai place. It made the world into a place that's more godly and less din. It made the world into a place of more rachamim and less din. That's what happened. Our choice is my choice to become this or this. My choice to become this or this doesn't just impact me. It doesn't just impact me. It impacts the entire world as a world. When I choose good over bad, constantly choosing good over bad, right over wrong, correct over pleasure. Correct, this is the correct thing to do even though I don't want to. When I'm constantly in that place and constantly in that battle and making that choice, I am making the world a better place because I am bringing Hashem into the world. I'm bringing so much shefa and so much rachamim and so much of what Hashem wants me to bring into the world. I am bringing light into the world. Less din, less satan, less sitra achra, less evil. So then the evil, the Arabs, whatever it is, whatever is evil in the world, can't touch me, can't touch us. We're one body, one nation, one guf, we're one. We're one. You're not biting your nail on Shabbos, help somebody else. Help someone else come to a shiur, help someone else maybe consider not turning on the light on Shabbos. It's insane, it works, it's real. It's not just about me. That's why this whole struggle of guf and body, you make a dent on this planet before you leave. You don't have to be this amazing speaker. You don't have to be this unbelievable whatever, cure worker. You just have to be in the race. You just have to be in the gym, working, sweating. You just have to be there. You got to be in the game. Even if you're wearing the skirts, and even if you're covering your hair when you're married, and even if you're eating kosher and you're eating the best level of kosher, if you're not sweating in your avodas Hashem, if you're not sweating in your avodas Hashem, you're not going anywhere. It's like, I used to work out in Israel in the gym, and I used to work out, and there were always these three ladies that came. They were in their 60s. They used to come. I think they just needed to have a place to schmooze and feel good about the fact that they went to the gym. And they would get on the treadmill. 3 of them would get on the treadmill, and they each had iced coffees in their hands. Okay, full fat, all of it, the whole thing. Iced coffees in their hands. And they would walk and schmooze and watch TV and oh my gosh, look at her, oh my gosh. And if anyone would want to come and take the remote control from them, it'd be they would just give them a look, and the person would just run away. You don't mess with these ladies. And they would just do their TV, their iced coffees. They would schmooze. They had this whole cute date. They would be there for an hour and a half, at least. Not a bead sweat. Nothing. They would walk on the lowest possible, schmoozing, laughing, cracking up. And I'd be next to them running for my life. I'm here. I don't want to be on this treadmill for more than 40 minutes. I do not want to be on this treadmill for more than 40 minutes. I'm going to make a count, and I'm going to get off, and I'm going to run away from it because I don't want to be on the treadmill, because I don't like being on the treadmill. But if I'm on it, I'm going to make a count. I know that when I got off of it said 350 calories. Cool. Awesome. Bye. I think they gained weight when they went when they had their little iced coffee thing on that treadmill. But that's what's going on. You could be in the gym, you could be on the treadmill, and you could be doing the wrong thing. You can look from, you could walk from, you could talk from, you can eat from, you could Shabbos from, you could do all of it from. But if you're not there, if you're not in it, if you're not working every day and getting to where you want to become and figuring out the kind of person you want to be and understanding that your choices make you, you turn into your choices. You turn into either this or that. More nefesh behema, more nefesh elokim. Holier or less holy. If you understand that these choices make you, decide your future, decide who you will marry, decide what kind of kids you're going to have, what kind of home you're going to have. If you understand that your choices dictate your life, then you're in the game. And then you're on the treadmill and you're running for your life. Because that's what we have to do. We have to run for our life. Because that's all we have. We only have our life. And we leave only with our life. We leave only with what we've done. And our Ohr Naava is what we've done in Olam Hazeh. That's it. My experience in Olam Naava is what I've created in Olam Hazeh. That's my experience. That's the amount of experience I get. That's the experience I have. If I chose God, messed up, God, messed up, God, messed up, I'm going to have that in Ohr Naava. And it's okay to mess up every so often. Don't do it intentionally. It's not okay. But you know what I'm saying? It's okay. But if my world was me, body, and my neshama was put away in some kind of cage, locked up, then when I get to Olam HaEmes, this is just a side point. It's not the reason why you should be doing anything, but it's a side point. You get to Olam HaEmes, that's going to be my reality. My reality is being locked up in a cage, because my whole essence is a neshama. And that's what I've done with my neshama. That's where I am going to be. That's what it's about. And the only way for people to be happy, the only way for people to have self-definition and self-expression, the only way is to become themselves. And the only way for you to become yourself and everything that God intended it to be is to make the choices, to make the right choices, because your choices define you. They are who you are. That is how you figure out who you are, based on your choices, the right choices. And one more thing I'll tell you before I let you go. Learning Torah is the only thing that can keep us on the right track. Because we go to a shir and we get like zapped with like some truth, some clarity, some like, right, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing? Okay, right, I forgot. That's what I'm supposed to be doing? And then we leave, and then the world hits us with pounds of garbage. Pounds. And because we're after Adam Rishon, we have this like fantasy of, I can eat the chocolate and stay thin. I can eat this world, I can be that way, I can go clubbing, I can do these things, I can be with those people, I can do these things, I can dress that way, I can do, and become this person. That's fantasy of after Adam Rishon. It's either truth or false. It's either I'm in or I'm not. That's what's going on. That's how it is. It's either I'm in this race for myself and I am in this and I am going to do this and I am going to live my life, and there's no time for depression and there's no time for being sad for myself and what's the word I'm looking for? Self-pity. There's no time for self-pity and look what I've done, look at how bad I am, and look at da-da-da. There's no time for that. There's no room for that. It's not real. It's all Satan. It's all fake. It's all to get me not to act, not to be, not to do productive things, not to progress. It's like standing on the treadmill and saying, oh my gosh, but I had pizza and I had ice cream and I had marshmallows and I had cheesecake and I had chocolate and oh my gosh, and forget it. Why am I even here? That's not the idea. That's not what it's about. There's no time for that. The only thing it's about, take your emotions out of the game, take your emotions out of the picture, take all the stuff that's holding you back, and the only thing that it's about is making the right choices at every given moment. Making the right choices, making the part of me that's strong, stronger. Not the bad part of me. The important part of me, because that's the only way I'll be happy. And aside from being happy, that's the only way I'm able to do anything with my life. Because all these materialistic things are all very nice, and I wish you all have beautiful homes and a lot of money and a lot of atzlacha in your materialistic life. Say amen. It's a good thing. But when it's all about that, and it's all about the way I look and who I'm dating and how whatever and how I'm viewed and all these things and what degrees I have and what job I have and how much money I have, then I'm setting myself up for a life of misery. Because it can't be that I have a neshama that wants connection, that I have a neshama that wants unity, that I have a neshama that wants holiness, that I have a neshama that wants to be close to God and to do the right thing and to help the world and to make a difference. And the only thing I'm focused on is if what I'm wearing is cute, or if I lost 5 pounds, or if I'm getting into the right school, or if I'm going to get that degree, or if I'm going to get that job that makes the most money. I'm setting myself up for a life of misery. Understanding that it's 50-50. The Derech Hashem says it's 50-50. You have to understand that it's soul and body, and don't be fooled. The world makes you think that the whole focus is body. That's the whole focus is body. And that's the reason people are so miserable today. And that's what it's about. It's about understanding where I'm going, what I want to do, who I want to be, what kind of difference I want to make on this world, and understanding that my choices, my everyday choices, contribute to where I'm going, to what I'm doing with my life. Understanding that I'm either this or that. And with every choice that I make, even if it's free, even the food is given to you for free, the clothes are given to you for free, understand who you're making stronger. Understanding who you're giving more power to. that is basically in a nutshell what life is about. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.